We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine, to see what is going on. Today is the 6-6 portal, which is a huge gateway for twin flames and twin flame union. These energies are amazing. If you are in a separation, this can really help you to heal any separation wounds or anything causing the separation. And if you're in union, expect new energies coming in. This message, or this number, this angel number 6-6, is all about focusing more on the connection and less on worldly aspects. But this is a huge gateway for spiritual union. We're going to go ahead and pull some cards and see what is going on. We will start with the divine feminine side of things and to see what's coming up. So I'm doing 6-6 activations. I do have a ton of them on my website for twin flames and other things like that. I am an energy healer. I have a ton of activations, healings, and clearings on my website. I also do twin flame readings and twin flame coaching. If you need me, you can book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Make sure you guys check out all of the 6-6 stuff I have. Today we're doing the 6-6 portal. Tomorrow we have a beautiful meteor shower. So let's go ahead and just start with the divine feminine side of things and see what is going on. Okay, divine feminine collective. Spread your wings. Confidence that leads to freedom and growth. And so this is the type of connection which is all about working on yourself. Oftentimes, I'm just going to put it out there, some of your karmic connections, they were not helping you in a lot of ways. They may have been hindering you, holding you back, because oftentimes karmic partnerships keep you in karmic patterns, because you wouldn't have manifested the karmic partner or relationship if you weren't in certain karmic patterns. And this was to shine a light on things, to show you things, or to teach you lessons in a karmic sense. Now, in these higher energies, the karmic cords, attachments, and connections must go. A lot of you guys are kind of feeling that. For most of you, hopefully you've done that work to untangle yourself from old previous connections, but sometimes there's healing that still needs to take place in some of these areas. Every person is different with that too. So we have a lot of healing from the past that's coming up specifically in the 6-6 gateway, and helping you to do that in these energies and to get really, really back in your own energy, confident, self-sufficient, doing good in ways that you may need it. And so twin flame, obviously it's about healing you energetically, your relationship, and coming into union, but oftentimes it can highlight other areas, either energetically or in your life, that need your attention or healing. And it could be areas that, just you might have been struggling with, you weren't doing great, or even places that you hold wounds within. Sometimes these energies can highlight this so that you can heal this, but oftentimes, obviously, you heal really, really fast in these type of connections. So we have abundance, an inflow of money, love, or rewards. And so as you're doing the twin flame work, and this is working on yourself, healing, and even coming into union, this should be a connection that helps you in a very positive way energetically. So, okay, I'm just going to put this out there. Some of you guys, separation, you're chasing this person. Some of you guys aren't even chasing a person. You're chasing the high of the twin flame energy that you feel when you're around this person from the connection. And so sometimes you kind of come up empty in that way. And when you have that energy available to you, whether you're in separation or union, you are a twin flame as well too. And you have that twin flame energy very accessible, which is just like the source energy, but it's a little bit different. And so you have this energy available to you too. It doesn't matter your situation, because this is a reading for everyone. You're being guided to really tighten up your energy right now, and this will help you to flow better. And as you're doing the healing work and healing yourself, you're going to notice you're healing your finances, you're holding more, you're attracting more, you're doing better, you're getting great ideas. Maybe you're doing better at work or your job, or you could be taking off in your business. It just depends on what you have going on in life, but this is actually meant to help you in a big way, because we have this overcoming obstacles, which is clearing blocks. Get back on your feet, gain strength from difficult situations. So yes, this connection is going to highlight your blocks, wounds, things you're holding on to, and it should, because you need to let go of some of the deeper rooted blocks, because they're everything that's been holding you back in some areas. And these could be blocks around love. Obviously those are going to come up, but it could be in other areas that it could have shown you things that you need to work on or work through, because in reality, a lot of karmic connections enable you to hold on to the same blocks and not do the work and, you know, stay in the same patterns and stay stuck. This is a connection that's meant to do the opposite, where it might show you and make you aware of blocks and things that you need to heal so that you can free yourself from these deeper patterns, blocks, things that have been holding you back. So when we hold the block in an area, we don't do very good at it. And when we clear the energy and remove it or heal it, we do a lot better in these areas too. And so this is not just romantic, the connection is, but the work that is behind it, or should be behind it, is, you know, very energetic. So it just depends on what area that is. So blocks can indicate struggle, non-movement, not doing good in an area, feeling held back, we could say. So we have some of these themes that are coming up. Okay, we have, and this is my favorite, travel. Some of you guys might actually have energetic distance or be apart from this person, like they might live in another place, or maybe they're just setting boundaries. I see a lot of, because this is, we're going to start with reading for the Divine Feminine. We'll do the other side. I always try to do both because it's a little bit different, the process. And so for some Divine Feminines, the masculines are setting boundaries and the feminines are not respecting the boundaries, whether they are in silence, not really talking, not interacting. It's like they amp it up, the Divine Feminines. And it's like when you're not, some of you guys are not respecting boundaries. This could be energetically, physical, whatever it is, and needing to respect your DM's boundaries, whatever they may be. And the reason why sometimes at times DM may set boundaries is because this connection can get energetically overwhelming. And so sometimes it comes down to the energy of it too, especially if you're putting all your focus on them or whatever it is. So for some, it could be Divine Masculine setting a boundary. And this could be, you know, with time apart, distance, not responding, whatever it is. For some, this card could be way different. It could be like, you're living apart. Like, I'm always the best one to ask about that. Like, you might be living in a different area geographically, or not living together, or, you know, we have these different situations that may present in whatever way your soul has, you know, set this all up for you to learn. So, you know, if some of you guys are living in a different place and it is location, you can expect some shifts and changes are going to happen. This could be, I know other twin flames that navigate this, and like they're getting ready for a visit or, you know, a trip together. Or, you know, some of you guys may, this could go from a negative aspect to like, you know, you're not seeing this person a lot and you're visiting, to maybe you guys are gonna make this work for you and start to travel other places together, or like, you know, do stuff. It just depends, because this is my travel card, but this could also just indicate my favorite type of travel, traveling to Earth together. And whether you've met your twin flame or not, you traveled to Earth, to this planet with this person. And this is why, I'm going to say it, sometimes we end up in these train wreck situations, because, you know, by the time you meet your person, it depends on what age this will happen, where you're at, what your life looks like, right? And sometimes you didn't even know you had a person, and then it's like, bam, you meet them, and all of this stuff that isn't ideal because you didn't know this was going on. Because this is a fated meeting. This is my favorite. I love to talk about forces of the universe, energy, destiny, fate, you know, clearing karma and things like that. This is something that is meant to be. It was predetermined, many of the meetings that you will have with this person, including meeting them. Yes, you were supposed to meet them, okay? So the encounters, any encounters that you do have with your twin flame are very, very divine, and they're very important if you didn't notice. And I love this because I don't always know how to find the words for this stuff, but this person is very important in your story. And if they weren't in it, your story would be, I don't want to say pretty dead or lame, right? It wouldn't be the same. So they are a very important, I don't want to call them a character, but they're a very important person in your story for moving it forward in some type of way. This person is meant to help you, to give you a storyline, or to move it forward in some type of way too. So this is a very powerful connection. A lot of you guys know this person, you might think it. I'm gonna insert this right here. That's why I always say, and I have so many people that do those one-on-one phone call sessions. We'll go into your situation and kind of sort things out, okay? So you guys have this, you're clearing patterns, you're letting go of things. This is deep work. You might you know, within your healing journey, have to face certain things within yourself, and you have to heal certain things and clear your conscious and clear your energy. But it could be things that are holding you back. Suddenly it's like all of the work is coming up. This could be karmically, it could be things you've already been through, things you need to sort through, whatever it is. There's a lot of healing that's coming up, but you're going through a deep transformation out of this too, okay? So we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Some of you guys might feel like, and you're not going to always like this, that there, because usually this is like my romantic engagement card or proposal. There is a block here, and you might feel like your DM isn't giving you a lot back. It depends on the situation. I'm going to get a little bit of clarity for this too, but you might feel that you've had to go through a lot of heartbreak from this situation. It could be past heartbreak that it's triggered, showing you your blocks and wounds on some level, or it could be from this situation. It just kind of depends. And you know, sometimes you have to go through, we don't always talk about the duality of love and the energies it can trigger, or the healing that it can trigger, but sometimes there's that duality kind of effect. It could be that. So we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is in reverse, and usually this is, it's very like the flow and giving and receiving, and it's also my confirmation. This is a twin flame connection, but you already know that if you're watching this video. Like, a lot of you guys already know that, okay? But you guys just question it 5,000 times because it's part of the process. But you know this. You know this is your person. They're still on your heart. You know it. Okay, so this is the flow of energy. And this is like, some of you guys are over giving, overdoing. We call this the people pleasing, overcompensating, over pouring into your masculine, and abandoning and neglecting yourself energetically, putting too much focus on this. There's meant to be this beautiful flow of giving and receiving. So this could be over giving or not enough. So it could be over giving your energy. A lot of people just literally fixate and pour all their energy on the person, and that's what kicks in the runner pattern until they can flip. I talk about flipping the energy. When you're just giving them all your energy, it literally will have the opposite effect. Or this is also being cut off energetically, like being cut off spiritually. One of you or both of you might not be as awake and things like that. And then for some, it might be not putting in the work. I love this. So if you go into separation and you don't heal yourself, you're going to get the same results generally, maybe even worse, you know, because you're not, until you can heal, you tend to get the same results when you do things, right? So healing is the game changer to get, obviously you want to heal to do better for yourself, and you have to get sick of how you're living, I always talk about. But also, this is so that you can change the results that you're getting, especially with such a powerful connection that mirrors your very thoughts. And if you're still in the same beliefs and thoughts and narratives, the same narratives will keep playing out. And we've all been in some very negative stories and narratives that we probably don't want to continue to replay or play out as patterns. So this is where separation, if it happens, is because you both have things to heal. And you have things to heal too, whoever this is watching this. So with this Mercury energy, this Gemini season energy, really, you're being guided to pay attention to your thoughts, stories, and narratives, to release ones that are no longer serving you, starring you, main character. But sometimes we have these thoughts that aren't great, right? And it's like, okay, so you're creating in the lowest terrible narratives for yourself because you're the star of it. You're playing out these narratives in real life. And so when we can shift out of a negative mindset, negative thoughts, negative patterns, and start to, I use the word scripting, start to script out, that's when you're sitting talking to yourself, you do it. Okay? When you start to script out better narratives, stories that are aligned with your manifestation and not your fear, because ego is fear and just like we talked about, not great stuff, and you start to script out narratives that are more aligned with what you desire, what you're manifesting. This is powerful, okay? Now remember, today is the 6-6 portal, so these are beautiful energies to work with for healing. Hi, I'm around doing healings and activations all day after I do these videos. It's what I do in these higher energies. So great day for doing healing, but also great energies for manifesting. A lot of you guys are going to be really feeling your twin flame. This could be in union. You just are very magnetized to them today. You just want to be around them. It doesn't even matter doing what. Like, you just want to be near them. Or if you're in separation, trust me, you guys will be both thinking about each other in a very telepathic way, a little bit extra, okay? And you're going to get signs of this that are showing you they're thinking of you. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. This is my delays and And I hate to say this, let's go there. We're healing a lot of toxic stuff in the divine feminine, divine masculine templates. I hate to say that have kept all twin flames apart for a long time. And as we're healing these things, it is allowing for union and to do that work to come together. But yes, this is a message about your divine masculine. Okay, some of the divine masculines act like they have this struggle between being in union with you, because this is a reading for the divine feminine, and maybe their single life, like they feel like, you know, it might be grass is greener on the other side, as I always describe it as, right? And I don't know why they equate that with freedom in some type of way. Now, this isn't for everyone and things like that too. So that's their old life. You might feel like your divine masculine is still having a struggle between their lower self, old life, the 3D, and their ascended self, their higher version of their self that they're becoming, okay? There's some type of delay happening though. Maybe on your divine masculine side, a lot of you guys think you're ready, but you're showing with their behavior you're not ready in some type of way. It depends on what that behavior is, okay? So it's pushing you to do more work than you'd like. Like it might be pushing you to, like, you know, stay in this state. It depends. I know a lot of you guys are really, really close. Just keep going with it. Okay, we have the wish granted. And it becomes a fairy tale when you make it real. This is magic, effort, and getting the results. You're going to get whatever results you're putting the effort in for. I know. And we got to really, really stay aligned with these higher gateways. That's why I come to work. And I'm like, hey, like, right? And I personally feel really good in this energy. I felt a big shift from, I do a lot of the collective. So when we did it must have been the 5-5, I feel a huge, massive shift. So you can see that you personally have made a lot of progress since the 5-5, and now we're at the 6-6. So you've made a lot of progress, and I mean about alignment. And spiritual alignment is where you're going to manifest everything from, okay? So continuing to get into a deeper alignment. I love this. We have love's wings. Put aside your differences and soar to the next level. So this is divine devotion and ascend. And, you know, you just keep working on your ascension into the 5D and the work that is required to maintain those higher frequencies. Your twin flame is already there with you waiting. You're going to continue to make these shifts to timeline. So it doesn't matter where you're at. I always try to tell you guys that. Just staying really focused on your ascension right now and ascension with your twin flame. Many of you guys are in union and you're making that ascension with your twin flame, and you'll go into higher and higher timelines as you're doing this work. So separation, actual preparing for union more. And union, you're in union and you're working through things together. So leap forward, seize the moment, and let yourself be loved fully. Movement, speed, and progress. So a lot of your divine masculines are coming in hot and fast, and it might even be a little bit scary for divine feminine, right? They are having complete shifts. They know you're their person. Some of them are talking about marriage, the future, making plans. They're like coming in real fast. This is another message about your divine masculine. They have to figure things out for their own, and maybe, you know, we're all human. We have things to work through. So this divine masculine has worked through a lot, just so you know. If you think, oh, I don't think they're doing any work, that's my favorite thing I hear. I'm like, yeah, trust me, this is Earth. We're all doing a lot. Like, even if you are completely asleep and don't know it, welcome to life, right? It's going to guide you through it. So just trust that this person has been doing the work. They're getting more focused and they know what they want. This is a coming in kind of energy and coming in strong. Okay, so once again, we have this. Some of you guys might feel like your divine masculine is acting like a karmic and testing you or being tested themselves with this energy. Now, this isn't for everyone. You guys are already going to kind of know it. But this might be karmic patterns and programs that they're working through, or whatever it is. They're doing a big healing and release of something karmically. So this could, it doesn't always have to. So only take this if it resonates, okay? This is, like, and I should have said this, we're getting started with the divine masculine side of things. Sorry, I forgot to do that again, a little spacey. Okay, so I know, operating a couple dimensions at once. So divine masculine side, okay? What's going on with the masculine collective? You might feel that some of them have things that they're sorting through karmically. It could be situations in their life, friends, family, karmic partners, or just karmic cords. They're releasing something, some type of karmic attachment, okay? They might be healing something karmically. And it just kind of depends. So I see a huge karmic healing happening on their side. It just kind of depends on for what. Now, this isn't for everyone either, but some of you guys are going to reconcile. This is reunion, getting another chance, and coming together. Okay, so we have Enchanted Whisper. Listen to your heart and take a chance on love. Wonder, dreams, and promise. Pay attention because you're meeting this person in your dreams, especially the more far apart you are. They will come find you there. A lot of twin flames have powerful dream messages, downloads, and even telepathic interactions. Okay, we have the divine stepping in. And this is like, I love it. This is burning down the old. It's transmutation. It is powerful energy right here. So this is serendipity, catalyst, supernatural, and karma. This masculine is having a lot play out on the spiritual level. Past their control, they might have gotten into an ego state and chosen a certain path. And I always remind you that on the twin flame journey, all karmic paths lead to a dead end. Okay, all ego paths lead to a dead end. They go nowhere, or they go nowhere good. And so this is something coming up that the divine is stepping in, and in a big way. And this is going to be big for a lot of people right here. We have a divine course correction that's coming and happening for twin flames right now. Like if you guys feel like anything other than union off your path, you could feel you're off your path. If you feel you're off your path or even in union, this can apply to you too. Like it's not where you want it to be. There's a huge course correction coming in with the divine that is going to step in and correct your timeline. So yes, we are humans. We have free will. We can get lost. We can go the wrong way. The universe is going to do a like healing to make sure you're on the right place. Okay, so especially if you guys are feeling a little lost or things aren't going as you want, don't worry. There's big shifts coming in a good way. Okay. We have making magic. Everything seems perfect and it's not. It's an illusion. So this is trust and believe in love. And so, you know, this depends on for what. And remember that oftentimes this could be for those of you guys that are in separation or navigating challenging situations, or you're stuck in the ego illusions, right? And things like that. I know so many on both sides, EMs kind of put themselves in an illusion in their mindset and their ego and try to put their divine feminine there, whether it's how they view divine feminine, stories they try to create, roles they try to put the divine feminine in, defining the connection, dismissing the connection. It just kind of depends on for that. So you may have had to deal with some of that, or you might be dealing with some of that. There's going to be an apology. This person feels badly about how things went or how your divine feminine was treated. Make sure that you're opening your heart and working on forgiveness and trying to see the higher picture of things, okay? That doesn't matter how things go in the twin flame journey. Everything is happening for your union and to get you both into union. It doesn't matter what detours come up, what the path looks like. It's giving both people what they need to come together. So you have such a powerful bond. You have such an enduring bond. And it's just such a priority right now. Make sure that you're really choosing love over fear, or love over this connection over the material. We see a lot of times that can get people stuck, like the divine masculine side of things. It just kind of depends. Okay, so we have the 8 of Cups, divine masculine. You're being guided to walk away from negativity. You're being guided to let go of the past. There's so much drama. I can't even deal with the collective drama. A lot of it is not real, right? It is literally to distract you from your awakening. Okay, so it's like that. Like this could be like anything chaotic, negative energies. You have a choice whether or not to engage. So this is letting go of something from your past. Something from your past still has you stuck, blocked, or wrapped up. This is like karmic situation, connection, whatever it is. And this is like, you got to get sick of it enough to get out of it. Like eventually. Now your frequency will do that. So as your frequency is going up, you're no longer going to be able to tolerate the disrespect, right? Like all the illusions, all the stuff you were okay in. So divine masculine is letting go of something or someone. I don't mean your twin flame. If this is a karmic in the way, a third party, or just a mindset or blocks going on within, this person is letting go of this stuff, and this is going to be a huge shift for this connection. And so they're in a mental prison. This is their own thoughts. A lot of times, like, you guys are okay for union, you talk a lot, and they have all these excuses that love won't work, or it's going to burn them, or it's just not worth it, or the freedom. We always talk about that. And all this avoidant patterns and things that come up that they're working through. So they're working on letting go of blocks around fear and anxiety. They're getting more clear. They've had these hang-ups. They've had these blocks, mindset, insecurities. They're clearing in a big way. We're going to see such beautiful shifts the rest of this year. I always have to remind everyone of that, right? You're going to see some nice shifts with your situation. If you've had delays, they are just that. They are delays. There was never any ending with your flame. This is my infinity sign symbol, right? Okay, so just know that there's going to be a lot of action and a lot of communication. And when this person's ready to come in, they're going to come in fast if they're not in the picture. And you're going to see a lot of movement with your situation. If you're in union, this is like a lot of you guys might be traveling together, making plans together, you know, really getting along and opening up and communicating on such a deeper level than you have with anyone. You guys understand each other, like just with a look, with a glance. You guys really connect on such a deep level. And this is like communicating deeply, but also getting more telepathic with each other, okay? You have such strength, divine masculine. This is determination, perseverance, and self-discovery. You're finding yourself. You're going to be celebrating if you're not already. Union is a celebration, right? Okay, this is good times are coming out of this from all of the hard work. And this is like you guys are spending time together and it's amazing. Like you don't even have to be doing much. Like suddenly just the whatever stuff you do, hanging out. I could go on and on with this list. Making good foods. These should be some of your summer goals. Making good food, hanging out at home, whatever you're doing. Watching a movie, just hanging out a little bit, talking, conversation. Whatever it is, you could pretty much be doing nothing with this person. It's going to feel so amazing and so euphoric on these higher frequencies when you guys are in union. So this is like cause for celebration. And yes, this is about the union. Like, so this can indicate things coming together, opening up, saying something. And so if there is, this isn't for everyone, no communication, no silence and whatever it is, that's ego right there. And I help so many people and they're stuck in that situation and I'm like, go message them. Oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for them to message me. And I don't care if it takes 50 years and they sit there and crickets. Like, right? And I'm like, all right, it has to happen like this. It has to go like this. They have to do this. They have to do that. Okay. Like, right, I'm just putting it out there. So for those of you guys that are maybe having a little bit of breakdown in communication, all right, maybe caused by ego with both. It's not just one. This is where the mirroring comes in and maybe needing to shift out of that. That's all I'm getting at because I try to help you guys to shift out of some of these patterns and things like that too. And so whatever's going on, there's going to be communication opening up. If you guys are not in communication, healing that and getting rid of the blocks. Say you're in union and, you know, this could just indicate, you know, really, really opening up and revealing things and going deeper and showing more of yourself, like, right? And, you know, connecting on a much deeper level. This can also indicate like telepathy, shared dreams. We're in Gemini season, which really increases that. This month is powerful. A lot of people are wondering what is going on with the energies, and what is going on with the energies is this month brings the summer solstice, so it brings a powerful frequency and a lot of galactic energies. This is a good thing for twin flames. This means healing your connection overall and realizing how important this connection is too. It's what you came to Earth to do, this union too. So a lot of these themes are coming up in a really good way. You're going to see a lot of good shifts as we're moving through the summer. Have a beautiful day. If you guys need a shift in your situation to heal something, you know, some help with this, make sure you guys just book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighthealing.com. Have a beautiful day.